Clinton, I made you co-host, okay. Hi there, Marie.
Thank you, Roger.
Yeah. I've done the normal recording. Talk about being recorded in the cloud or whatever. I've just done the normal YouTube recording, okay. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'll do a normal recording as well from the cloud on my side.
Okay.
So I'm sure it's possible to do both.
Okay, great. There's something there. That's what Dwayne does every morning. Picking up this technology. By the time I'm 255, I might get the hang of it.
Definitely.
Hey, we've got two in. Two for the price of one, Miss Fro Anna Marie. Oh, yeah, Mifro, not Mifro, Mifro, yeah. That was our trade this morning, so I wait for a few people to join. That was a trade this morning. Whatever reason, they often want to send it out. So it's up a few cents. Hey, we'll go to euro dollar now. I'm going to use the euro dollar. If you want to use the NAS, guys, or whatever you want to use, up to you. But I'm going to suggest the euro dollar, especially for first timers. That still sits quite nicely, spread quite tight. See how it's moving sideways. What's the range here? Around about 17 pips over. Wow, can't believe it. Can't be right. Yeah, since about 10 o'clock. Oh, of course, not 4 o'clock. Is it? Get used to it. Habit. Yeah. Last over 4 hours, it's moved about 17 pips up and down. Are you going to use it? Okay, fine. To say it complicates issues. There's different distance to place the orders, so obviously do that. Right, anyway, guys, welcome to the non-farm payrolls, or also known as the jobs report session. The last at least 3:30. The reason I'm starting a little bit earlier is for newer guys. Badron, etc., Anna Marie, Clinton will probably know that. But anyway, the guys who attended the session, my training session this morning and the last couple of days, will probably know the mechanics by now off by heart. But just to get going for some of the guys who not sure of the mechanics of this particular trade. Okay, so I'll be repeating myself a few times. Make sure you got it, because we're going to be placing the trades just after 3:25, as close to the time as possible, because we do not want one of the buy stop or sell stops to be filled just before the data release. That's the last thing you want. We certainly don't want it. Okay, so just get the mechanics ready. So I'm suggesting the euro dollar. If you're old-handed this, well, do what you like. But I mean, I'm suggesting the euro dollar, and I'm using the figure of 10 pips. Are you doing the admission there, Clinton?
Yes, yeah, I am.
Okay, fine. Okay, right. Yeah, I'm going to use a 10 pip above the buy and a 10 pip below the sell, if you can see the spread there, and a buy stop, sell stop strategy. Okay, just a couple more guys in. So, yeah, you're going to get a bit bored of this, Anna Marie, because I'll probably have to do it 2 or 3 times, just because I have new people come in, so they're getting the hang of it. Okay, where are we? So you have the euro dollar up. I suggest the 15 minutes. Not we're doing a 15-minute trade. That's got nothing to do with it. Just the fact we can see what's going on. It's like zooming in, if you know what I mean. Okay. Right, 15 minutes, put it up and put up the euro dollar, drag it across and have that handy. Now, it's not 3:30 now, but we're pretending it's just coming up to 3:30. Okay, it's just wait for Anifa to come in. She wants to do this. Hi, Anifa. Good you joined. I'm just about to explain what we're going to be doing now. As you're settling in there, we're going to do what's called a straddle trade on the non-farm payrolls release at 3:30. So we're going to practice it now. Okay. Soon you're settled in. Just go to the euro dollar, put it on the 15-minute chart, and have it up and running. Back right back down. So everybody. Second. Okay, so people coming can see it. So as you come in, go on to the 15-minute, like I said, yeah, obviously. Okay, right. Yeah, so this is how we're going to do it. We're going to put a 10 pip above the market buy stop and a 10 pip below the market sell stop. Don't place it now. Do not place it now. This is, it's an example. Okay, don't place it now. I'm showing you what to do. You'll only be placing it just before 3:30. Okay, just before 3:30. Back me up on this one, to just remind later on as new guys come in. I'll put the trade in now, and one of them might get filled. Very quiet leading up to the data release, but you never know. It could get filled. You don't want to be filled before 3:30. Okay. Right. So pretend it's just coming up to 3:30 now. 2-3 minutes to go. Make sure you leave enough time to put the order in. Number one, do not put a stop loss or a buy. I couldn't buy stop on the radio. A stop loss or a TP in. Don't put it in. This is how you do it. You go to the euro dollar and you double click in a normal way. It sits as market execution. Change that to pending order, and then make sure you get this right. Buy limit, buy stop. Then what volume do you put in? I'm suggesting 80 rand per micro. So that would be 5 micros. So that would literally be 400 risk. If you want to risk 800, you go for obviously 0.1 or 10 micros or 1 minute. You've got to by now understand we're talking about micros, what the hell I'm on about. This is, when you come to trade, these basics you should know. Okay, right. So depending how much you want to risk on this trade, you put in the volume, work it out at 80 rand per micro. Then you know which to put in, because everyone's got different amounts. Obviously, you've got 50 grand. Don't put in 0.5. You put a higher figure. You know what I'm saying? 50 grand, you probably want to risk maybe a 1,500, something like that, maybe 2 grand, depending on what you want to do. Whatever it comes to make the risk, divide by 80, and that's your volume. Once you know what your volume is, memorize it, because you'll be putting in just beforehand. So you go euro dollar, new order in euro dollar, change it from market execution to pending, and then click on the buy stop. Put in your volume. I put in 5 example. This is an example. I got a guy asked me this morning, this is a trade we do now. I thought, you're not getting this book. This is an example. Do not, this is, can't say any more than that. Okay. Right. Price. Okay. Now it's got to be 10 pips above the market on the buy. So that'll be 1.0604. Okay, that's how you would put it. With your volume is correct to yourself. 10 pips above. Don't do it now. Just get the hang of it. Okay, don't press the place now. Get the hang of it. Okay, when it comes close to time, you'll be clicking the place. Got it? Next, you double click and you go to pending order. This time you scroll to sell stop. Put in your volume and put in your price, 10 pips, whatever that market says in 3:30. Pretend it's that time now, and that'll be 1.0584. and then you place the order. Got it? Now, when you've done that, you'll have it written down in your open positions. It won't be a market order, it's a placed order, and you'll see two orders there, a buy stop and a sell stop. And it'll come out something like this. What's 10 pips above the market? That's 04. That's about there. You should have a line in your chart right about there, and you should have a line in your chart. Was it on 84? 84. Right about there, plus minus. Okay, so you'll have your buy stop there, your sell stop there, and this is where the market price. For goodness sake, don't get filled, so don't put it in now. You know what I mean? So you've got to get the hang of this. So you won't put in now because the market's still going up and down. You don't want to get filled before release of the data. Please, I beg of you, understand what I'm on about. If you don't, well, don't do the trade, yeah. Okay, now it's just coming up and you wait for the release of the data. Now, we don't know when it's going to come out. We don't know what effect's going to happen on the markets. It could do absolutely nothing and be a damn squib, which I very, very much doubt. I've at least seen that before. It's likely to jump. I'm a bit worried about the whiplash effect. So what I want you to remember is this, and this is important, right? If it shoots up, it'll take that order in. Before you do anything, right, you delete this order. You delete it, okay? Have your open positions open there, and then you're ready to go and delete the order that was not filled. First thing you do. Then if it's moving very fast, you might have time to stop loss and keep it in. So if it's moving that fast, chat. Okay. Where was I? Okay, yeah. So okay, you with me? Right? If now it hits the way on the way up, takes that in, knock this one off, and then you can maybe just below the volume on your trade there, this open now, don't want to close. Now you're in the market, double click, and then you can close it whenever you want. We don't know how it might go up a bit, come off a bit, go up a bit further. It depends. I will see what the data is coming out because I have my in front of my other screen. I've got the economic calendar up and it'll tell me immediately. And if it's a big difference, I might say, you know, hold on. But the major thing I'm trying to get through to you guys is you've got to understand the mechanics and you've got to be on it. It's not a question of, hey, Roger, should I do this, that, and the other when the data released? You've got to be concentrating. And I won't be able, if it's very fast, I won't be able to speak fast enough to get it through anyway. So you've got to be on it. All right. So it shoots up. Sorry, Alex, for instance. It's shooting up here somewhere. That's fine. If it starts coming off, you can either click the close and take it, or if it's coming off slowly and not quickly, it might be worth just holding on a bit because it might just be a few guys getting out. You know, when you sell, you depress the price, and then it moves back up again, and you can make more profit on it. Let's say the converse occurs. Instead of going up, it goes down. What do? You close the buy stop and you follow it down in exactly the same way. If it's moving quickly, double click on the volume there, like that, double click on it. The box comes up and then you keep it not on it, but then you can quickly click on the yellow bar there to exit and bank your trade. Okay, that's how it works. If I haven't understood it, maybe Clint's going to explain it. I don't know, somebody else, somebody in Afrikaans or whatever. But I don't want you to do it if you haven't a clue what I'm on about. It's not a buy, it's not a sell, it's a straddle trade. And you don't want to be filled before the market opens, and you want to close off the unfilled position immediately after one of those attacks. Anybody not know what I'm talking about? Run it by again, we got some time, so I started early. But if you can get the hang of this, I will do it more often, and it can be very profitable. But it can be a bit of a disaster if you can't get the basic concept of it. May I repeat the question, but what? You can certainly repeat the question, but I think you put on the 15 minutes. I'm just using an hour to see what's going on, shoots up or down. But I think you keep it on the 15 minutes. Okay, but don't place the order now. One of them might get filled. But put it on. But as soon as it shoots up there, you're not going to see what's going on. Somebody common sense is going to tell you to put on the hour so you can see what the hell's going on. You know what I mean? It's not complicated. Most of it's just common sense, but we think it's complicated. We make it more in our own heads. Everyone. Okay, that's fine. Okay, right. I'm going to have to go through it again so you guys are joined, which is fair enough. Now, so I'm just going to wait for a few more guys to join. Give me a couple of minutes break. It's less of a hassle last time because I was a bit rushed. Now I've got the admitting done by Clinton's ECM started a bit earlier, so therefore I can get a bit more relaxed because I'm rushing it for you guys. You get addled, you get stressed, and you might do the wrong thing because you must make the trade exactly as I mentioned. Okay. That's correct. You put you that's correct. You just give it a moment as these guys come in. Just give it a minute too. I'll go through it again. Right, start again. Right. 80 pips per micro is your volume. You work out what you want to risk or what you can afford to risk on the trade. Okay. I can't say, Isabel, nobody knows. We only know after the moon, after half past. We used to take bets in the office. We think get a big move, think it's going up or higher or less or whatever. It's purely a gamble. Nobody knows. That's why we're going to have a buy stop, sell stop. Neither might happen. I've never seen it before. It doesn't move 10 pips to be a first time. But what I'm saying is what I expect is absolutely irrelevant. I've got my expectation. I'm not going to tell you in case you decide why waste money on the sell stock, I'm going to buy, or why waste money on the buy stock, I'm going to go for sell. No. What I say or what I think has as much value as 2-year-olds. You know, we do not know what's going to happen until it's released. Well, it's not strict. I've got some idea, but I mean, I don't want to confuse matters. So rather look and say, we don't know, and then we're going to react if it's higher or react if it's lower. The order will be filled. Okay. It's very difficult when you start in anything because our whole life you're brought up that, as I said before, you're Durban to Durban. 3 hours in Harrismith, 6 hours in Durban. We're programmed throughout our lives. This is different. You leave Durban, 2 hours time, you're still in, sorry, you leave Joburg, 2 hours time, you're still in Joburg. 30 minutes time, you're in Harrismith. 4 hours time, you're back just nearly in Pretoria. 1 hour's time, you're in Durban. I exaggerate a bit to get the idea. It moves around because buyers and sellers are pushing the price up and down as we speak right now. People are getting in, getting out. Not many, because we know the big release is coming out half-past, so it's quieting down. People are waiting like we are. All the brokers now sitting there waiting. No one won't take calls, by the way. They're waiting for this release. It's very worldwide, very important. Okay. Now let's do it again. You've got to work out your own volumes. It's 80 Rand per micro. You've got to work out what you want to venture on this. And make sure you got free margin. Just say I've got 4 grand. And I'm going to risk 3,600 or whatever. You've got to keep some free margin, okay? So you work out what you want to do. Once you've got your volume, don't place the trade now. And use this as an example, but don't place it now. You will be placing this trade just before 3:30. Okay. Why is that? If you place it now, one of those orders in this movement might fill you. In other words, you might be in the market. You don't want to be in the market. You want to have that and that. Now, if I'd left that, if I placed it earlier on, see where it is now, and actually placed it, I would be now in the market on a short. It's not what I want. Only want to be filled after the release of the data. Is anybody not on the same page as me on this one? Because when I do all the time, so I think it's blindly obvious, but a lot of people knew it's not. It's like changing gear to me. It's also automatic. But some guys, the first time, it might seem a bit more complicated. So are we on the same page so far? Don't place the order now. I'm showing how to do it. So it's changed now. That was my example a few minutes ago. So we'll cut that out and do another one. Okay. Okay, well, right. Let's pretend now it's just after 25 past 3. Make sure you have time to put the full order in, as close to 3:30 as possible. But if you're doing it first time and you're faffing around, basically, do a little bit earlier. We don't want half the order in the dart is released, please. Okay. Again, I use common sense on this. Okay, right. You then go, this is now, it's not now, I'm showing this as an example. Don't do it now, I'm showing you as an example. Amazing how many people can't understand the word example. Right, it's an example, don't do it now, we're doing it closer to 3:30. You go in and you see market execution. You change that to pending order. Then you change that to buy stop. Got that? Got that? Got that? You put in a volume. I don't know what your volume is going to be. Let's change it. Let's say it's going to be 0.06, just to be different, okay? All right. Then you put the price in 10 pips above the market. Not this price, but this. There's not much difference. It's a tight spread, but anyway. So what is 10 pips above that? What's it now? 5895, eh? 96. Yeah, there it is. Right. And then you place the order. And it'll pop up in your toolbox. Okay. Once that order is placed, you then do the same thing. Go here, go to pending, and this time you go to sell limit. Sell stop. Sell stop. Sell stop. Then you put in whatever it is. Example again, 0.06 or whatever you're comfortable with. That would be a 480 risk if you want to take it. If you want to take a couple of whatever. That is your determination. What is 10 pips below the market on the sell? It's 1.0478 in this case. 1.0478. Is that correct? Yeah. I want you to do 15 pips actually. Okay. Anyway, and then you place the order. That's done just below us, and then you got an order 10 pips above that. You'll see it on the line saying buy stop, sell stop. So I'll put it in. What's 10? What is 10 above there? Which is 95 or something, if I remember rightly. 105. I'm on 15 minutes. Sorry. 1.0590. Sorry, wrong way. 95, and the other one was 1.0575, correct? Right about there, plus minus. There's your buy stop, unfilled, sell stop, unfilled. Then you wait. Market's released, and the price shoots up. What do? You don't put a stop loss or TP in, by the way. Right. What do? You immediately cancel the opposite unfilled order. If it shoots down, you cancel that one. Okay. And just don't get a whiplash. You get it up, shoot down again. That is a bit of a risk, but we'll have to do that. Okay. You'll be hedged, but it's not an exact hedge, but never mind. Okay. So don't put a stop loss or TP in. But if it jumps up and down, can happen. You'll equal out anyway. Because I mean, your buy will be the second same to sell, but hope that's not going to happen. It shoots down, close this one, and then you can go to your volumes, double click on it, the box comes up, and then you can keep an eye on it, and then you can close the order, then click of a button when you feel you want to be out. I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody does. It might scream off, and you want to maximize the profit, but it might scream back up again, just be ready to close it. If it screams down and slowly comes up, it means only a few guys exiting their positions. It might continue down or vice versa. Okay, don't forget, close the opposite order. Write it down, because I know people still make cock-ups on this. Must close the opposite order. You don't want this one filled. Okay, it goes, close that one, and then make sure you can get out of the profit, because it might zig up like this here and then come off again. It might be quite quick, so you don't want to come all the way back here and then you go into a loss, if you see what I mean. You've got to be on it, got to get the concept. Are we all good? Same principle than NAS, except you do 25 pips above and below, because the 12 pip spread on the NAS is just over a pip spread on this one. If you want to do the NAS, do 25 pips above and below. Same point of view. If you want to do gold, it's slightly different. Gold, everyone knew do euro dollar. I was just going to confuse the issue. If you want to do a gold, you can do. What's the range on the 15-minute range? What's the range on gold at the moment? It's quite a wide range actually. So I think rather leave gold, do the euro dollar. If you want to do gold, I think looking at the movement here on the range on the 15 minutes, you're going to have to do something like I think just you're going in $3 above and $3 below. Okay, $3, so it'd be 1838.50 and 1831.30 or whatever it is. Okay. Yeah, I wish more people come to the trading room, and then you know then if they can come to the trading room more often, they will you know benefit from that. Yeah. All good. All right. We've got another 10 minutes. Do you all know how to place this trade? Make sure you place the full trade before 3:30 and not before 25 past. You don't want to get filled. Okay. Anybody not understand this? I do it again. I don't mind. I don't want to miss out. Anybody not understand it now? Buy stop, sell stop. 25 you're doing the NAS. I suggest you do the euro dollar. If you're not doing the NAS, it's first time euro dollar. Okay. Me, please. Okay, do it again. Yeah. One more time because we only got 15 minutes to go. Right. Euro dollar. What you do is you open up a pending order as euro dollar. Here we are. Double click. Pending order. Right. Go to pending order, and then you put in a buy stop. Okay, then you put in the volume. I don't know what you want to risk. Everyone's got a different amount of money, so you work it out. Put a figure in, divided by 80, and 0.01's a micro. So it's 80 rand a micro. Divide whatever you're prepared to risk by 80, and that will give you your volume. Then you put in the place 10 pips above. What's that say? 86. You put in 1.0596. Then you click on place. Not now, please. And then just before 3:30, then you go to euro dollar. Okay. Then you go to market execution, pending order, sell limit. It's not sell limit, sorry, sell stop. Buy stop, sell stop. Okay. Then you put the correct volume you choose in there. What's 10 below there? Obviously, it's that, 85.75. And then you place the order. Now you place the order and you'll get a line coming up saying buy stop, sell stop there. Then you wait for the release of the figure and you keep this handy. Okay. Right. As soon as the figures come in, if it shoots down, you close this one. If it shoots up, you close this one. You don't put a stop loss or TP. Don't worry about that. Once it's closed, double click on that and have it ready to exit, etc. And everyone says, when do I exit? I haven't a clue. Nobody has. It could jump up quickly, come back quickly. Anything could happen. So we don't want to change a winner into a loser. So you've got to be on it. You've got to be mentally on it. It's not a question of, yeah, but we'll get around to it. You know what I'm saying? You've got to be on it. Because you could go up fairly slowly, could go up, jump quite a lot. I mean, the expectation, the up non-farms coming out is 200 and something. Where is it now? 205, yeah. It's 205. Okay. If it comes out of 415, that means it'll probably have a lot higher inflation, probably a stronger dollar, which means it'll come off. Remember, stronger dollar, it means it will come down because we're selling the euro against the dollar, not dollar, euro, dollar. But it doesn't really matter to you. You'll see what happens anyway. It'll be common sense, you see it. The disparity, I'll have it on my other screen. I'll say, wow, it's that. Oh, it's a bit disappointing. It could even be exactly the same. That's where the confusion comes in, because the market doesn't know what to do with it. Is it good or bad? You know what I'm saying? Probably, I'm thinking it comes exactly the same. It'll be considered inflationary. They want inflation to come down, so they're expecting the jobs report to be a little less than expected. Okay. If it's higher, that's been considered inflationary. If it's lower, it can be considered deflationary. And it'll have the consequent effect on the strength or weakness of the dollar. Okay. So you've got that in there. Right down, close this one and make sure you double click and make sure you got the box open, you close the trade and come off. It's going up a little bit. Don't panic. You might do the first time. We can do this several times. You'll get the hang of it. And you might take a profit a bit early, but rather take an early profit and hang on too long and the whole thing slides away. But I'm hoping it's going to be a decent move, but we shall see. I don't know. Well, if you close the wrong one, well, I can only do so much then. And then we'll have a little chit chat after how it went. And it should, if it's gone profitably for most, and not for others, I want to know why the others didn't. You know what I'm saying? How do you close it? Let me know how do you close it. Don't tell me you don't know how to close a trade. If you don't know how to close a trade, go to platform trading. Do not come even think of attempting a sophisticated straddle strategy when you don't know how to close a trade. In fact, you shouldn't even be trading if you don't operate the platform. Don't mean harshly, but you've got to go to platform trading or wherever. I don't know, but the job is the responsibility to now operate the platform. So if you don't know how to close a trade, I'm going to teach you 5 minutes of non-farmer coming up, you know. I'm trying to introduce upon you, it can be profitable if you're on it. Which 2 pairs? I don't understand what you're talking about. The euro dollar. If you're still not getting it, we're getting pretty close to, we've got a few more minutes. We're using the euro dollar, right? Buy stop, sell stop, above and below the market. Don't place it yet. Okay, don't place it yet. Have you worked out your volumes, guys? And you know how to place the buy stop, sell stop? Then you can do the trade, okay? Then I'll tell you when to start placing it just now. All good. Hope I pronounced your name properly, by the way. Apeleli. Hope that's pronounced properly. If it doesn't, well, at least you give me a laugh at my expense. Okay. Anybody not sure? Are we all on this one? Are we all getting it? Because if we get it and it works out well, we get a decent differential to the expected and the actual, it can be very profitable. And we're doing it again on Tuesday with a CPI, slightly different times, because New York's going forward an hour. And then we'll do non-farms next month again, etc. So we'll try and make a habit of it. And the more times you do it, it's like anything else. It'll be easy. Same principle on gold, $3 above, $3 below on gold. But the difference in gold is a different contract value. It's not, I'm talking pounds and 80 a pips. You've got to work out your own volume. Not 80 around a micro of gold, because gold's completely different. It's a commodity with a different contract value. So if you're going to do gold, I assume you know gold. I assume you know position sizing. You can work out your own volumes. And then put $3 above and below the market, and then close one, like I said, about 10, 20 times now, you should all got it now. Close the one that's not filled and let the one run. Make sure you close it so it comes back. And then see how it comes about. All good at Anifa? Okay. Any other questions, guys? Got a couple more minutes just to clarify before we settle down to placing the orders. Anybody else, any questions? Are you good there, Andrews? Amit? You guys there? Are you good there, Anifa? All good? Good. Antoni's good? Have you got that, Anifa? $3 above, $3 below, like I mentioned on gold. You work out your own volume. Getting some guys joining now. I hope they know how to do this straddle trade because I can't teach them in 2 minutes. Do what you like, mate, but I suggest your first time, if you do it your first time, do it on one, so you get the hang of it. But if you got the adeptness of hand to do it on two, you can. It depends how adept you are. No. And leave it alone. You're obviously not getting a clue what I'm talking about here. It's a buy stop, sell stop. It's not a buy or sell order. It's a buy stop, sell stop. $3 on the gold, $3 above the market price, and $3 above the bid, below the bid price of sell stop. Pending orders. You're not going to get filled until hopefully you'll be filled one or the other as the market releases the data. Then you close the one that's not filled. Then you have your close correct and handy and up in front of you to get out if it starts coming back off again or shooting back up again on your short, whatever. Do you understand this, Anifa? Because if you don't, I haven't got much more time. We're going to start placing the orders just now. Got a couple more minutes, and you've got to have that full straddle trade pushed in, the mechanics pushed into the market, not half by the time the data's released. You've got it now, good. You can't enter a volume, well, put in zero then, Mark. Then you won't lose, Mark. Look at the bright side. Anyone else? Any questions? Why is that the maximum volume? Put what you like, as long as it's not past 0.5. Yeah, 0.5 is the maximum on the micro. Put what you like, as long as you've got that your volumes. I thought probably more like minimum on the micro. Anyway, whatever. I suggest nobody does them unless you know the volumes. Know what you're doing. Don't do that. Stick with the euro dollar. Don't complicate it for yourself. Can't get the volumes right like that. Stick with the euro dollar. No, it's coming up in half past. It's about 6 minutes time. Yeah, have the 50-minute chart in front of you, you can see the movement. Obviously, it goes through the roof here or down there. Change the hour so you can see what else is going on. Obviously. Is that right? Is that right, Clinton? Why is that? I thought it was 0.5. I don't know. Last I was 0.5 on the micro as a maximum order. 0.08 is different spot. It's less than 0.01 on the normal one. Is that right, Clinton? Makes no sense, that. Well, don't do the micro then. Go back and do the euro. Is that right? I didn't know that. I was told I hadn't checked it, but I just assumed 0.5 was the maximum. 0.08 on the micro is diddly. Okay, right. Yeah, it's coming up. You can start putting your buy stop, sell stop order in now. Yeah. No, well, I've learned something there. It makes no sense to me, but a lot of these don't make much sense. I won't worry about that, Roger. So place the orders in now. Obviously, I'm not going to do it on this account. Got me in it as well. 79, and this would be 1.06. There, about 1.06. There you are. So that's 10 pips above and below. So 1.06 on the buy stop and 1.0578 or whatever on the sell stop. All got it? All good? And don't do what Ken said earlier on, have load shedding in 2 minutes. Outshake it out, shaking. Great stuff, Dirk. Good. Clinton, I can't say Ken. He says, I just don't really get load shedding at 3:30. Well, that's an evil sense of humor. I love it. See how quiet it is now? It'll be fairly quiet. Everyone's waiting. Most guys have the Bloomberg on, waiting for this release. And I've got my on my other screen the what you would call it, the good point now as I'm doing that. Economic calendar. I just copy and paste it in the meantime. Right, just concentrate and get your order in. Don't worry about me. Get that order in, and I'll just place when you got a moment, and you can copy and paste that. This, well, if it's shooting up this way, rather obviously close this one. If you shoot down here, you close that one. The one that's not filled. So I've got the non-farms in front of me on my economic calendar. So there you are. A couple of minutes to go. Exciting stuff there. I have much more confidence in you than you have in yourself, Mr. Shearer. Less rushed than last week. I like to start a little bit earlier. I hope it works out for you guys and we can make a habit of it. Someone's joining now. Well, it's too late to join now. Right, hang 5. Don't ask any questions. You're getting too late, mate. It does, doesn't it? Hey, it's like the kettle never boils and all that. How much longer? Just check on the second screen. About another 40 seconds. Well, if you haven't placed it now, well, you've got 20 seconds to place the full order. If you can't place the order in 20 seconds, you're going to have a problem. I said place it, have the order in, like got the order in before 3:30. Nearly there. Let's see. Okay, right. Close your sell stop. Okay, close your sell stop and watch this. What did it come out at? Non-farms 265 instead of 210. So in theory, that's inflationary, so you should get some movement upwards. Okay, so close your sell stop. That should be gone now. So I'm locking this off to show what I mean. And then double click, have the volume ready to close it. Something happens. Okay, it's jumping around like mad. It's a point actually. I hope we have a bigger jump of that disparity. It's strange actually. In theory, that should be a weaker dollar, right? Yeah, weaker dollar. I thought it'd be a stronger dollar actually. It's a bit strange this way around because it's quite inflation having a higher non-farm figure coming out. 265 is higher than 210. I thought it'd be the other way around. But anyway, there we go. So have you closed your sell stop and you got your exit screen in front of you? Double click, make sure exit screen in front of you in case something funny happens. Just hold 5. See what happens. You're in a profit now. For God's sake, be honest. Don't take a loss out of it. Maybe you do. It's your fault. It's a point. It's about 25 pips in profit. I thought with that disparity, it used to be about 100 pips. If you lose your nerve or whatever, you can close it. For God's sake, whatever you do, don't lose on this one now. You'd all be in profit. If you're not, you've done something wrong. Well, you did that last time, Anna Marie. It's just, that's emotional nerves, yeah. Okay, Mark, because you're on the board, done it before. A lot of people haven't got the time or the nous to actually place a stop loss in, especially if it's rushing around. It's actually a bit quiet this time. So, yeah, fairly quiet. That's up to you. But that's advice from the trading. We know these things. If it gets back to the break-even point, I should suggest you close it. You don't want to take a loss. If you're already out in the profit, so be it. Not necessarily, Anne-Marie. By luck, you might have had it right this time. If you got out maybe at this sort of price, it might come off. You don't know. We don't know. That's why. But you can see how the strategy works now. Hey? Yeah, we've got Tuesday coming up, so it's not as if it's going to be the last time because it's ever going to happen, you know. One of the slower movements is actually, I think the market's a bit confused on this. Quite frankly, I am. Higher figure than expected to me is inflationary. That should, in theory, be a stronger dollar, which so it should have come down. The euro should have come down, that is. I'm looking at my DXY, not much happening there either. I think it's a bit of a damn scoop, this one, actually, by the way. I'll copy and paste for a lot of guys there. Copy this is the dollar index. Guess you all, when you got a moment, copy and paste it into your browser and save it. Then you've got the economic calendar and the dollar index. Very useful in trading. And come and join me in the trading room. You've got the ID. We do it every day. Practical. We're like a nice family, hey guys. Oh God, now I can always feel that Anne Marie is now fed up. She's out. Don't chase it now. You took it too quickly. Don't try and get cute going again. Anything could happen. I'll tell you right now, I think it's a bit confused, this damn thing. Doesn't know what to make of it. No matter what you're in, gold can be anything you like, as long as you don't take a loss on it. What did gold do, by the way? I'm watching this thing here. Where's gold? Yeah, went up. Okay, so you should be in a profit on gold. Up beneath you, look at enjoying your profit on the gold. Everyone did what I said. Whatever instrument you use, you should have profit. It's the NAS. Quickly go over it. Yeah, you should have made a bit of a profit. I don't know. Got to get back euro dollar. That's what most people are in. Marius, you do what you like. You know what you're doing. I'm more worried about the newer guys doing the wrong things. Good. So you took a profit there, Tim. Great. Look, it's not excessive, but you know, you can't snide away from a 20-25 pip profit in being on there in about 6-7 minutes. Not bad, eh? And that's quite quiet. I've seen 100, 150 before, and that's a beaut. Quickly, you know, not we're talking about a few minute trade, not even a day trade. You get the hang of this now, eh? Get where I'm coming from. We've all settled down. Give a few more minutes. I'll soon find out. Then put the hand up and saying took a loss today. But I'll ask how they managed to do that. You like it, Etienne, eh? whatever happens now, don't take a loss. But don't suddenly come back and say, yeah, relax, and suddenly people are holding on, and now they're holding on to a loss down there. Do not take a loss. If you haven't got time to put a stop loss in at entry, well, just have the thing up ready to close it or whatever, in case you come back to that area. You don't want to take a loss. Yeah, well, Ken, thank you for that. But I tell you what, to me, actually, it's the other way around. It's not that exciting. It's okay. I hope to a bigger jump, to be honest. The CPI often gives a bigger jump because that's even more in your face consumer price index inflation. If that's much higher than expected, then the opposite will happen. The dollar will come very strong. So if you're in the euro dollar, obviously it'll come off. You know what I mean by that? Euro is the base currency. So euro comes off means dollar strength. Remember the last time we did CPI, Anne-Marie Company did it. Big jumps on the non-farms. The world is worried about the what you call inflation. Thank you, Friggy. If you're busy, by the way, guys, if you're busy and you can't attend the trading room up to 9 to 11 and 4 to 5:30 during the week, and we don't normally do on a Friday afternoon, go to your portal, scroll down the menu to get to social media, and it's recorded on YouTube there. Please look at the dates. Don't get carried away if something's totally out of date. Better if you can join, then you can interact and ask questions. At least you can do that. But I tell you what, my expense here, the best thing about watching on YouTube is you can fast forward if I'm talking too much. Yep. Remember, it's a nice trade. I don't know why I didn't want to put it out today. It's a nice trade we got this morning, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Murray. You're the man as well. You've helped me out a couple of times. Well, I've changed my economic calendar because on what you were doing. So yeah, we help each other. Well, how many pips? No, you don't place pips, you place volume. If you're doing the euro dollar, I say 80 rand, a bit late now, done it. But I'd say when you're doing the straddle trade, right about 80 rand a pip should be a risk. Sorry, 80 rand per micro, sorry. 0.01 is a micro, 80 rand a micro. On this, not gold, not NASDAQ, I'm talking about the euro dollar. Yep. Good stuff. I like this kind of feedback. Looking good. I like to see smiles on there, not horrible frowns. Or Anna Marie's favorite, an upside down smile. Well, if it next time it comes off at one, then you can do your upside down smile. We'll know what you mean. Dollar's weakening, so just watch this. Be careful of it now. Be very careful. I'm looking at my DXY, it's weakening, which I thought would happen. So it might come off now. Just be very careful. Is that right? Weakening dollar. No, it's the other way around. Oh, rubbish, sorry. You might be getting myself confused. That it means the dollar's weak because the euro's going up, the dollar's weak. That's great. Sorry, wrong way around. It looks like I can get some more out of this. Stay in it, guys. I'm looking at the dollar weakening. This should continue up. Absolutely up to you, Tony. Good stuff. Great stuff, Dieter. How do you go there, Anifa? Do you make a profit? You're out of it. Never mind, as long as it's in a profit. Vicky, as long as you're in a profit, doesn't matter. I tell you made a profit. If otherwise, I want to know who did not. And you closed out in a loss. I don't know how you've done that. Done something wrong. Oh, you made a profit, yeah. Ken, exactly. Why not? Yeah. Well, it's come off quite a bit. It's suddenly woken up. The dollar index, it's falling, and it's falling as we speak. I copy and pasted it for you so you can check it out. The more that falls off, the more this should rise. I don't know how you made a loss unless you went half the trade or wrong. I don't get it. Something went wrong with the mechanics on it. As long as you can see now for the CPI coming up on Tuesday. That's the point. I keep saying. That's why I keep saying, Mark. 12 pips, you've got to put a 25 above and below because that's exactly it. I mean, you said, should I place the order about 20 seconds to go? Unless you're a virtuoso on the keyboard, and you have time. Right, clock's getting forward now in New York on Sunday. So the release of the data will be 2:30 on Tuesday, not 3:30. American markets opening 3:30, not 4:30. So I'll start the session just before 2 o'clock. Excuse me, 1:45. We'll be advertised for more guys to join us. Gives me more relaxed time to explain the order without being rushed. And if you're very quiet there, I hope you made some money on it. What's the gold doing at the moment? You should have had a buy stop, sell stop. Your buy stop should have gone, it should be going nicely. It's going up as we speak. I don't know how you do the loss. How on earth do you manage to take a loss on it? How did you do that? You put a buy stop, sell stop near $1, like explained. How on earth do you take a loss? What did you do, Peleli? What do you do to take a loss? Because that's quite surprising, should we say? Okay, Clint, I've got it now. I can admit, if you want to hang on in there, great. If you don't, it's up to you, but I've got it now.
Okay, and I'll still be around.
Okay, fine. Well, no. We had pretty slippage. We didn't get slippage this time. Don't get too clever at the end. Yeah, we got no slippage this time. So, yeah, that I suppose could happen somehow. But yeah, but we didn't. Actually, I've never had a slippage doing this trade ever, so that really won't ever happen. But yeah. And it hasn't been back to this level of entry here anyway. That's 10 pips above the market here, where my back line is. It hasn't been below that. So I don't know how you did a loss, unless I don't know what you did to take that loss. Yeah, well, I think it will push up further. You've now got time and maybe put a stop loss in if you like, because the dollar's still coming off. So we could get some more out of this. So you put a stop loss in. Maybe put a stop loss in maybe about 5 pips above your entry. You should be, say about 1.0602 or 03 or something, whatever your entry was. And then you can relax and you won't take the loss. You know what I mean? Ride it. Yeah, we're not in our volumes, mate. Don't worry about the slippage. Complicating match for the guys. You're not going with 100 contracts, you know what I mean? Right, anything to add? You've got your stop losses in. Once you do that, you can relax. Put your stop loss a couple of pips above entry. I assume you got your entry should have been around about 1.06 or just below that. If you're on gold, same loan, NASDAQ, whatever you're on. And then you can relax a bit and we can discuss where it went wrong. Now you must put the buy and sell order in of the buy stop, sell stop order in 2 or 3 minutes to give you time to place it before market open, so before the release of the data. Okay, Marius, good stuff. Yeah, I'm quite intrigued. If anyone made a loss, please tell me how that occurred, because then we can clean it up for everybody else. Joy, we can learn from mistakes, so don't do it again. That's fine. It might go to 1850. Who knows? The dollar's still coming off, so it could go further. Yields are coming off on the 10-year note, which is also good for the dollar and good for gold. Anifa there, you're still there or you're busy? You should be in a profit on this gold trade. Have you done as I said? All got your stops in, so now you can relax. Dollar's still going down. I'll post it again for you. You've all got it. You should all have the there minimizing your laptop. I'll post it again for you. Now 104.80. and it was before the release was over 105. So, yeah. There you are, mate. There you are, Alexander. What I hear, Anifa. If you weren't in Botswana, or rather, if I was in Botswana, I'd rush up. That's brilliant. Especially if your husband's there, just to annoy him. Everyone else all make a profit, the ones that did it? Because I'm getting a feedback that most people got the hang of this and seem to be doing okay. Don't worry. Attend the trade room. We'll go through it again for Tuesday. Don't worry about this time, Francisco. I'll just look at your WhatsApp there. Okay. It's full. Yeah, that's the trouble. There's only a limited amount of people can come in. That's really marked to people who've got some money, not guys on demos and small. The crowds have people who can do it. So I'm trying to reply to this thing here. Guys asked me a question. Time's so fast. I'm trying to ask questions in the middle of this thing. I don't know. Yes. Good bloody question, Etienne. Good question. In theory, that should have been inflationary. Right, steps into the comments here. Give me a second. Great, Tamagella, that's good stuff. Hello, Philip, it's my first influence to the profit, good stuff. Etienne mentioned that. Based on profit as well. Well, brilliant, good stuff. You have to consider the overall effect, including C price, so we're not beating it down. CPI, well, if the CPI is higher than expected, the dollar weakens, well, then I have no idea. What is Brent doing, by the way? We got this morning about 18.50, I think. Something about $1, just over $1. Nice one. Yeah, which in theory would be inflationary because more people in jobs, it means they're going to be spending more. It's inflationary. Do you know what I mean? I haven't looked at the Canadian. No idea. I mean, looked at it. I've looked at this. Dollar's weakened, but remember, it's an on-farm affects the world, but particularly in America. So obviously the dollar weakened more than the Canadian. Simple as that. Well, that's okay then. That's fine. We'll leave gold alone. Okay. Any other questions? Then we can wrap it up. You've got your protective stop in, etc. Enter what trade? No, you can't enter any trade now. We're live. I don't have one for you. Not just going to the weekend. Nothing particularly. We'll have another look on Monday. So remember, guys, try and find time to learn this scheme and get practical experience by joining me in the trading room. We can if you like, but I'm going to wrap it up. I'm not going to any more this afternoon. Make sure you adjust your stock, etc. Make sure you protect your going into the weekend close, and so you can relax and enjoy it. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's a good example come to the trading room. Because a lot of guys are taking losses on winning trades because they're not understanding what you find. GBPA, you did the classic example. All the guys who joined me all made a profit. A lot of the other guys didn't modify, and it was a beautiful profit. Now it's a minus because it went up. So it's imperative you come into the trading room. Then you don't want to turn winning signals into losing ones just because you don't have the knowledge. So come to the trading room, we'll get it all sorted over a period of time, not in 5 minutes. That's a heck, very clever, Mark. Good point. That's true. Don't tell him that. I get 50% cut the swaps. Don't tell him that. On a 0.01 on the NAS micro, the swaps I'll get after 10 years will buy me a box of matches. So maybe it's not so great. Okay, closing up just now. Any other questions? I get the impression, the feedback from the guys there, that they could see how it can be beneficial. Okay. Okay, Mark, good stuff. Any other questions, guys? You all know the Trading ID now? The times, 9:30. Get on the portal anyway on the trading experience. You forget the times. Don't tell me you didn't do it, Tommy. What did you do? No comment. What did you do? Come on, up with it, out with it, and Tommy, what did you do? Great stuff, MK. Thank you, Annie, for brilliant. Great to have you. What would you do? Did you do something wrong there? You should have made a profit on that one. Yeah, just to get the feeling of it. You can maybe next time. Just so you got the feeling of it, yeah. First time, you're always going to drive below the speed limit. Then you get cocky and drive above it. Same story. Well, you must learn to be on time, Tom B. Would you go late to an interview, eh? Knowledge, you did okay on it, did you? Well, I'll go through the mechanics again, but I don't know how if it's really that simple. It's the first time, maybe, I don't know. We'll do the mechanics again for Tuesday, okay? And please be on time. You can't start placing an order without knowing what you're doing 10 seconds before the release. Okay. Well, now next time you won't be nervous. You've got the idea. Okay, guys, shall we wrap it up then and catch you Monday morning in the trading room as per normal? Okay, all good? Any questions, Clinton? Anything you'd like to add?
No, I'm sorted. Thank you.
All good. All happy. Looks like it's good. Fantastic, guys. And if you didn't get in time or whatever, you can see now how it can work. And it's not me saying it, see the feedback on the chat line. You can see that it works, you get it right. There we are, brilliant, fantastic. Catch you guys. Thank you very much.